This is absolutely insane. Okay, so I just found this story I'm going to break down. This is crazy. This happened on the 10th of October. So this is a news article that I found. It happened in St. Cloud High School. So pretty much what happened was there's a fight between two 14-year-old boys, and a 15-year-old boy came up and attacked the St. Cloud resource officer, the school resource officer, and just absolutely beat him. Was just fighting with him. I'll play the video in a second, but I don't understand the background. First of all, they write it as according to the officers, the incident, which occurred at, and then they have the street address, on Thursday, October 6th, was sparked after Officer Ball attempted to break up a fight between two 14-year-old boys and was subsequently attacked by the 15-year-old student. So I think there was a fight between two 14-year-olds, and then just a different 15-year-old kid came over and just beat him. Just freaking wrecked him, dude. Watch this freaking video. So I love how they start with the phone intro.
Dramatic new video of a student slamming a police officer to the ground at an Osceola County.
Dude, he's in Crocs, dude, and he's got beat by a 15-year-old in Crocs.
St. Cloud police say one of their school resource officers was breaking up a fight when another student grabbed the officer, slamming him into the ground.
And from my understanding, St. Cloud is an insane high school. They are relentlessly bad kids. They are not very good kids. I'll have to do research on that, but what I've heard, they're just not good.
All of it caught on video.
Video given to us from the St. Cloud Police Department shows a student slamming a school.
Dude, look at this. That kid is not a big kid. He's the same size as the officer. That officer is huge.
Resource officer to the.
Look at this. I'm gonna rewind.
Slamming a school resource officer to the ground.
Slamming him into
Look
the
at
ground.
this.
All of it caught on video.
Video.
Look at this guy. This guy is not.
Police Department
not
shows
exactly.
they're
the
slamming
same
a school
size.
resource officer to the
Oh
ground.
my gosh.
We've blurred the face of the 15-year-old student because while police say he was arrested for battery of a law enforcement officer and resisting an officer with violence, charges have not yet been filed.
Also, I'm pretty sure they just blur the face just because he's a minor. It makes sense.
Police say the 15-year-old student grabbed Officer Ball first by the neck, and then the officer is thrown to the ground.
Dude, he picks him fully off the
You
ground.
can hear Officer Ball trying to calm the student
It's
down.
insane.
Even though he physically attacked him, the officers still exercise a tremendous amount of restraint to be able to just pin him down and just say, okay, let's wait till backup comes.
Julius Melendez, vice.
Okay, I'm going to make a joke here. They are kind of making an excuse for the officer because the officer did get his ass beat, and he did get absolutely pummeled by a 15-year-old and did get lifted completely off the ground and body slammed by a 15-year-old kid that was probably 50 pounds less than him and about the same height. Just saying.
Chairman of the school board of Osceola County called this a textbook example of how SROs
look at the size of that officer right there. Look at his arms.
That training shows up on this tape. So I'm really proud of the work of the task force to ensure that law enforcement is a partner with the schools.
Melendez created.
Yeah, I understand that they're trying to save face and be yeah, our officer didn't just get absolutely wrecked by a 15-year-old, and they're trying to be yeah, he showed restraint by not just tasing him or just punching him from the ground or something, which is understandable because they don't want to say that and they just want to say oh, he showed restraint. He's oh yeah, I let that 15-year-old think he was winning so that I could call for backup. Okay, pal, but we saw the video.
Created a citizens advisory committee for school safety after this incident at Liberty High School back in January of 2021. Where video shows an SRO slamming a student into the concrete.
Hey, knock him out?
It was the SRO trying to disengage the student from fighting directly. And so when he tried to disengage her, that's when the incident happened, and the student ended up getting hurt. In this situation in St. Cloud High School, there were two separate fights or two separate students fighting. So this student was a third party to the two students that were fighting.
Police say neither officer.
Okay, but the thing is, they are in a head-on-head, face-on-face, grappling match, stand-up, and the student was able to wrap his arms around him, clinch, and then pick up the officer and slam him. We don't care if the officer was trying, yeah, I'm making a joke, but we don't care that the officer was trying to de-escalate the situation, which he wasn't. He was trying to wrestle him, yeah, which is de-escalating. But he was trying to slam him as well. He was trying to get him off of him. but the student was able to pick him up and slam him, which is what's impressive and what is so interesting about this and so funny.
Baller, the student, were injured in the
And then
incident.
they're saying that he's praised for his response to the attack. Yeah, they're praised for getting his ass beat, dude. He literally just got slammed by a 15-year-old, and then he claims, no, I was trying to de-escalate it. I was trying to save face, which he probably was. Like, yeah, he probably wasn't going full out, like, hammer fisting him and tasing him. Like, that's true. Like, that is true. Like, he could have very well, like, tried to tase the kid because he was just, like, it's a 15-year-old. But he probably also didn't expect to get picked up and slammed by a 15-year-old.
Moments leading up to the incident or any other video aside from the body camera video, but police say that is everything they have at this moment. For now in the newsroom, I'm Lauren Cervantes, getting results, News 6.
So yeah, so pretty much they explain the teen stood up and grabbed him around the neck and the torso, slaying without being like provoked. Pretty much, I'm assuming one of the 14-year-olds was his friend. Didn't like the police pushing up on him. Went and grabbed the police officer. Freaking just slammed him on the ground. Tried to save face. Said, yeah, that's our training. Good story. Funny story. It was recent. I thought it was hilarious. I watched the video and I'm like, how is this even possible? I've never seen something like this. This is hilarious. Few points to nail in on. Couldn't find anything on the kid, really. Like, I read the article. I might have just, like, passed his name or something, but I'm assuming they're keeping him anonymous. Like, they blurred his face up just probably because he's a minor. Didn't mention anyone. They, like, are praising the officer now because of his actions, which, that's fine, I guess. Like, yeah, I guess he didn't, like, tase the kid or, like, absolutely pummel him. And then they also showed the video of, like, the past officer a couple of weeks ago or whatever in the same area that, like, absolutely slammed the high school student down and, like, injured her. And so it is a good, like, outcome that, like, the kid and the officer didn't get hurt, but I thought it was just a funny situation to touch on. So, yeah, that's everything. Have a good day.